Chapter 3569. At this time in the hangar, wearing a Chanel dress, dressed incomparably delicate Olivia, is holding a young man's arm, watching the Concorde getting closer and closer. The young white man is the eldest son of the Rothschild collateral family, William Rothschild. William's family is rooted in Denmark, across the sea from 4 northern European countries. Over the years, William's family has been hoping to join the second ring of the Rothschild family ladder, so it has been hiding its light and lying in wait. Within the Rothschild family, the overall structure is similar to that of the Wade family, but at the actual execution end, it is much more cumbersome than the Wade family. The Rothschild is an old capitalist family. They themselves are engaged in finance to open a bank to start, so the allocation of internal resources is extremely strict. The family's lifeline is in the hands of the core family in the United States, and the core family distinguishes between different families' resource rationing through the practice of scoring ratings for other families. A second-tier family, the annual resources from the core family, 2 or 3 times higher than the third tier. So every second and third tier family is cutting their heads to climb, and the top of the first tier family, and must do everything possible to stabilize their position, and cannot be compared to other families down. Therefore, this strong internal competition, within the Rothschild family the overall internal barriers are very strong, all fighting to achieve internal ladder across. It is not an easy task. William's family in recent years has been trying to do everything possible to improve their own rating weight. During this recent period, through their own channels, they learned the news of the Nordic Queen's critical illness. Realizing that the young Olivia will soon become the youngest empress in Northern Europe and even the whole of Europe, they immediately negotiated with the Nordic royal family, hoping to reach a marriage union. But Olivia has long been up for sale. Many wealthy people in Europe, in fact, realized that she was about to become an empress, so many of them hoped to marry her. The whole of Europe itself has a strong idea of power and nobility as well as feudal residue. Almost everyone believes that in royalty, the nobility is superior. Those who do not have the title of nobility, if you can marry the queen, will immediately be enthroned as a prince, at the same time by the dukes, which is equal to the instant elevation of the class across. The reason why William was able to stand out among the many competitors is because of his family. His family decided to invest 2 billion euros, accompanied by 1 billion euros in cash as a bride price, only to press the other competitors down. William's family hopes to increase its influence in the whole continent through the support of the royal family so that it can get more weight in the next internal rating of Rothschild, and thus step up to the second ladder. Chapter 3570. At this time, Olivia looked at the white swan-like Concorde, said with a bored expression, "The Wade family is really something, even this supersonic airliner they can still keep." William nodded, expression mixed with envy said, "As the world's fastest passenger aircraft, Concorde once retired, the major top families grabbed up, this aircraft retired but they can still continue to use. There are a total of less than 10, the Rothschild family has a total of 3, all in the hands of the core family, we simply do not have the opportunity to experience, did not expect that the Wade family also has a." Olivia said with a black face, "I haven't been on this kind of supersonic airliner." William smacked his lips and said resentfully, "I've never been in one either. I heard that the Wade family has suffered heavy losses this time. I wonder if they are willing to sell this plane at a low price. If they are, I'll buy it." At this time, the plane had slowly pulled into the hangar, then the hatch opened, and Helena, accompanied by Charlie, walked down the spiral staircase. Under the spiral staircase, Olivia looked at Helena with a cold smile on her face. Seeing that only she and Charlie walked down the whole plane, Olivia frowned and asked, "Helena, where are your 2 attendants? Why didn't they come back with you?" Helena's 2 entourage members were Olivia's people. But Olivia had always thought that Helena did not know. This time when she saw that she had not brought her entourage back, and the entourage did not report any changes to her in advance, she realized that Helena might have found out true identity of those two people. Helena played dumb at this point and casually said, "I left them both in China and let them work with the Wade family planner to prepare the engagement party and wedding details." Helena's words sounded fine to outsiders, but Olivia knew very well that Helena was absolutely talking nonsense. If this is really what she said, then her own two people will definitely be the first to report the situation to her. But now that she didn't receive any news, it proved that these two people must have been controlled by Helena. But what depresses Olivia is that she sees Helena in front of her own face, but she has absolutely no way to attack. Can only hold back the anger, said along with her words, "So it is like this, gee sister, really did not expect that both of our sisters will soon be married, time really flies." Helena nodded and sighed with the same smile, "Yes, it seems like yesterday we were running together on the grass of the palace, and in the blink of an eye we're getting married." Olivia hummed and laughed, looked at Charlie beside her, frowned, and asked, "By the way, this one beside you doesn't seem to be your fiancé, Mr. Morgan, right?" Helena hurriedly introduced. "Oh yes, I almost forgot to introduce, this is Morgan's cousin, Charlie Wade. Morgan has been busy and unable to leave recently, so he accompanied me back this time." Olivia didn't know much about the structure of the Wade family, and when she heard that Charlie was Morgan's cousin, she instinctively thought that he might be the son of someone else in the Wade family, and didn't take it to heart. On the side, William also did not think much about it. Because at that time the Chinese business world Chang Ying fought with the United States of America's Rothschild core family. Moreover, things ended up being won by the Rothschild family, so he, the son of a third-order family living in Europe, did not know about that feud back then, nor did he know the specifics of the Wade family. Olivia herself had made up her mind to sell Helena to the Russian oligarch Iman Ramovich. Therefore, she did not intend to have anything to do with the Wade family in the future, so she naturally had nothing good to say to Charlie. She looked at him and said with a sneer on her face, "Mr. Wade, I heard that your family has just been treated by the cataclysmic front. I also heard that in addition to robbing your family's ancestral tomb, the family also demanded that the Wade family give up half of its assets. Then this time, your family should have suffered a great loss, right?" Seeing Olivia somewhat targeting Charlie, William on the side also deliberately raised his eyebrows and said, "Olivia, why do you have to talk about other people's pains as soon as you meet them? The Wade family's loss is so big this time, losing people and money, Mr. Wade must be suffering in his heart." Charlie smiled and said casually, "I am not painful at all. We have an old saying, called the thin camel is bigger than a horse. Even if the Wade family lost half of its assets, but there are still trillions of yuan, compared to the majority of the petty families in Europe, it is still much better." Hearing the sarcasm in Charlie's words, William angrily questioned, "Wade, who are you calling a petty family?" Charlie laughed coldly with an arrogant face. "In my eyes, all the families in Europe whose assets are not as good as my Wade families, all of them, are petty." Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for new updates. Thank you very much for watching, keep safe everyone and God bless you all.